Welcome to spring! I have a fresh new look on my channel to celebrate the spring season. And I also have a fresh DIY for you on how to sew a cute bunny pillow by hand. Now, I have very little experience in sewing, so if you have no sewing experience either, then you will see how easy it can be to put a pillow together. And if you're a skilled seamstress, just warning you, this video may be painful for you because I definitely am not going by any rules here. I'm going to recreate an Easter pillow that I saw at Nordstrom for half the cost, and I think mine actually looks a little better. I have a printable available in case you want to make one of these for yourself. So keep watching to see just how easy it was to make this cute bunny pillow. If you're new to Artsy Cupcake, my name's Maria, and I bring you inspiration by sharing tips on the art of life, home, health, and style, and I do this in the most creative way that I can. I make fashion videos, DIYs, recipes, home decor, and all other kinds of fun things, so make sure to hit that subscribe button and hit that bell so I'll show up in your YouTube feed. This video is part of the Look for Less challenge with Yami from the Latina Next Door and Kristin from Kristin Kay. There will be a playlist that I will link below with a bunch of other DIYs to recreate expensive home decor items for less money. The spring item I am tackling to recreate is this cute bunny pillow from Nordstrom that goes for $40. I love the neutral gray, and that fringe just screams that spring is here. This took me a little over an hour to create, but if you're used to sewing, you might be able to get this done a little quicker. Let's go over the materials you'll need for this project. You will need some scraps of fabric for the bunnies. I didn't have any laying around in the right colors, so I went to Walmart and I got these fat quarters, which are only around $1 each. Then I bought a yard of the Waverly gray fabric for around $4. I also got some polyfill from Walmart for $4. The next item is what makes this so easy. This is heat and bond tape, which lets you iron the fabric together instead of sewing it. It was $5 and I only used around half of the package. You will also need a brown marker for making the little chocolate eyes on the bunny peeps, and a pencil and paper for drawing out your bunny shapes. Then some good scissors for cutting the fabric, a ruler, and your iron and ironing board. I got the white tassel fringe border from Joann's, and you need about 24 inches of it. White thread and a needle, and you are all set to go. The first step is to measure out the gray fabric. I wanted the pillow to be around the same size as the one from Nordstrom, so 12 by 24 inches. I gave myself a few extra inches on either side for using the heat and bond. If you measure once, just fold the fabric underneath, and then you only have to cut once for both sides. You don't have to cut perfectly because the seams will be on the inside of the pillow. Next, I drew out a couple versions of the bunny shape, and once I was happy with the shape, I cut the template out of the paper. I created a downloadable template for you to make it a little easier if you are creating your own bunny pillow. And I will make sure to link that in the description box below. I took my template and traced the bunny onto one of the pieces of fabric, and I laid the other pieces of fabric underneath so I didn't have to cut them all separately. I gave the bunnies and the gray fabric a good iron with steam before starting the heat and bond process because you can't use steam with that product. Then I cut the heat and bond into strips to fit the bunnies, and I ironed them down. It takes about 3 seconds at medium heat to create the seal. All glued down, I drew on their faces with the brown marker. You don't have to be an artist, it really is just 3 little round dots. Then it was time to iron the edges of the pillow together. I flipped the pillowcase inside out and used the polyfill to stuff it. Then I had to seal the final edge, which was a little tricky when it was filled. I ended up finding that using the heat and bond in small little sections really worked out best. I knew I'd be using the trim, so it was okay that it wasn't perfect since I would be sewing it anyway. The final step is to sew on the fringe. I found this little boho looking tassel border at Joann's. You only need about 24 inches. But I doubled mine up to make it look fuller. I hand sewed this on with some white thread, and the border did a nice job of hiding the seams on both sides of the pillow. So here is the finished product. For half the cost, we have a cute little bunny pillow. I will link the original pillow below in case you don't want to spend an hour on this project. But I do hope this helps show you that you don't need to be really good with a needle and thread to make a pillow that looks just like one that came from Nordstrom. It was half the cost and could be less if you already had some spare fabric sitting around. So overall, I think it was worth the time spent making it because it is a really good dupe to the original, as you can see here. I will link that bunny template in the description box below, along with that playlist. I'm trying to build a positive community here on Artsy Cupcake, so I would love to get to know you in the comment section below. If you like this video, please consider subscribing. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a very happy day.